All right.
After Reserve Collection, we're still within the Pro line. It's the Legacy line. And so Legacy was their highest end board and still is from a price point perspective in their wood plastic composites.
Bryce, what's happening here? Why do we have just these?
Look at you got a Legacy right there.
That's all that you had downstairs.
Oh boy, have we shorted ourselves a bunch of boards here? So Legacy's claim to fame, or their value prop, I guess, is in the
Do we not
the
have these on the wall downstairs?
and the texturing. Which ones? So first up here, what do we got? Mocha is.
Well, we're gonna have to make a change.
We're gonna put these together. You want it? Mocha, pecan.
I'm just being very efficient.
Oh, so there's a couple more colors we don't have here.
No, we do. So we have.
Well,
full
keep them coming then.
samples.
Let's do it all.
We have.
I
full-
can't do them all. I can do two at a time.
We can do full samples of a couple
Okay, so pecan.
and short samples.
We
of
talked about this before. Is it pecan or pecan? We've had this conversation.
It's
before.
pecan.
Pecan and mocha. And so both brown entries, they look great together. You can see it in the camera here how it's got that like wavy texture to it, that hand-scraped hardwood finish. That's what they want you to notice about these ones. The coloring is fantastic because they use multiple pellets to color these things. So it's not just like it's just black in it. There's like multiple colors streaking through it on top of a really nice base color. And so if you're somebody who wants something that feels a little bit smoother on the foot, but has some texture to it, like the little dips and grooves, the carving, this is an amazing product for touch and feel. Right? That's touch and feely day. So those two are great. And then we've got, this is cool, whitewash cedar. This is a very unique board. Not many people have a white board. This is very close to a white with some streaking in it. There's some tanny, browny, gray streaking in it. It's really cool.
We had a customer come in today and was looking for a white deck board, so that's what they went home with.
Yeah, and this in our heat test stays cooler than in pretty much anything, obviously, because it's white.
Yep.
That's grade 3 chemistry. Do you take chemistry in grade 3?
I didn't, but
Is it even
7.
chemistry?
7?
yeah,
Is it chemistry?
I think in grade 3 I was working on
Grade
addition
3
and
science
subtraction.
class? So
Maybe some countries.
as a
but I
lighter color,
certainly
it's going to
wasn't
not
doing
get
chemistry.
as hot. Beside it, we have the espresso color, and that's going to get hotter, right? It's a dark, this is almost like a brownie gray, dark brownie gray.
Yeah, it's pretty black.
But it looks pretty good with
dark.
all the other colors, right? We could bring these ones back, and it actually looks good with them as well. If you want to pair those together, and you could probably even put mocha in there as well.
Yep.
So very friendly line that likes to play with each other a little bit. So those are great. And then we've got probably the most easy. We're talking deck boards here,
I
people.
just keep
talking
going.
deck
Don't
boards.
slow down.
This one's called Ashwood, and it's like that. It's very popular in our market because of the gray nature to it, but it does have a little bit of that brownie streaking to it as well. Nothing about these lines are neutral, right? Like no neutral grays. Like everything's like grayish brown, brownie,
It's
yellow.
really good.
And tiger wood. So this one's popular in some markets. Now this sample's a little bit more yellow than you find them to be sometimes. It's got some harsh streaking there as well, but this one looks good too.
So, do you have any knocks on that line,
Nice
on the legacy
veining
line?
here.
If you had to talk any...
Scratches show up pretty easy on it. Like there's a lot of business happening there, but it's because of the smooth surface. If it does get scratched up or scuffed a little bit, you see it a little bit easier than you would on something that had a deeper embossing. to it.
Yeah, and
This is very smooth embossing.
my other...
Little slick maybe?
So it's a little slippery, it scratches a bit easy, and then I find that the Cortex don't fit in there very well.
Cortex is a little bit more of a challenge with it because
Because of the embossment.
yeah.
Because it's hand scraped, so it has a texture on top, and so the plug doesn't fit in perfectly.
You got to be a little bit pickier when you're putting your plugs in to make sure you're.
Yeah, and we had a customer actually tell us that. Ken was in, and he did his whole front deck in Ashwood, and he's doing the back now, and he was just like, I'm not sure if I'm going to use the Cortex in the back. He thought he might just go to a color match screw.
Right.
Because he was like, I paid a little more for the Cortex, and it's not that great.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, not only do you have to pay mine to matching up the graining and matching up the color because there's a lot of color variation, you also have to, on this board, have to pay attention to like the elevation changes of the grooves of the board, of the scraping of the boards. So
tricky.
that is one thing to note, I guess, if you're going to do that. So, did we just battery out?
Yeah.
Do we need to kill some time here? How long ago did that happen?
I don't know.
Come on.
One job.
One job. Hey?
One job.
Couple jobs. 3 jobs. What do you want us doing right now? Are we just going to fake it to make it? Or are you going to cut this together?
You can keep talking.
You want us just
Do you want us
going?
to talk at a volume where the camera...
You want us to start over?
No.
How long ago did that die?
No idea.
This is real life happening right now, folks. Real life. It's a good thing you had backup batteries. Maybe we would have changed those before
They were full.
next one. No,
We didn't talk
there's
so
no
long
way.
we killed all those
This has been
batteries.
long and this has been dumb, but not that long and dumb. Okay, let's go to the next line. So we're done with the wood plastic composites. Now, I guess just to touch on that a little bit more, the wood plastic composites are, I said that weird.
R?
Our
Yeah, they're not O-U-R, they're A-R-E.
A-R-E. They are. What was I even going to go with there?
You were talking about
This
the
is the
makeup
stuff
of them.
that pees people off right here. This is the stuff. We should just keep doing this.
They are composed of wood fiber, wood flour, and polyethylene recycled plastic blended in and capped. That's the difference between that and the AZEC line, which is straight PVC, no wood filler in it, different type of plastic, polyvinyl chloride. And they're made a little bit differently. The end result to you is similar, right? You end up with the what?
No, it's not that similar.
I mean, once it's installed in your deck, it's pretty similar. You'll get better traction out of your PVC products
Well,
for
it's
sure.
like if you carried it over there, you would have a very different.
The PVCs are lighter, yeah. They do screw a bit easier. They expand and contract a little bit more. So there are differences. I just mean to the end user, the homeowner, if they're not installing it themselves, they just like paid for a deck, got a deck, they walk out on it, they don't know the difference.
Well, they'd be a little lighter in the pocket with the PVC.
Maybe, yeah. But Legacy's more expensive than like Harvest Line or whatever. Like so. Anyway,